Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Wednesday, August 11th, 2021, and giving you the best MLB parlays on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Our parlay for tonight: Colorado Rockies vs Houston Astros. Astros win -1.5 run line. Half of Antonio Senzatella's starts are in the most hitter-friendly park in the league, and yet his ERA on the road is higher than at home. Senzatella enters this matchup with a 4.73 ERA and 1.41 WHIP, which isn't terrible when considering 11 of his 18 starts have occurred in Colorado, but in 7 starts on the road, his ERA balloons to 6.03. He has allowed less than 3 runs in only 1 of his 7 starts away from Coors Field, which is concerning since teams like the Diamondbacks and Marlins were able to tag him for a decent amount of runs. His offense has been smashing at the plate recently, but their success ends when they leave the state. The Astros opened as massive favorites, and it's pretty easy to see why. Framber Valdez has been lights out this season with a 3.22 ERA and 3.51 xERA, and has been an excellent arm in the Houston rotation that is without Justin Verlander this year. Valdez has one of the sharpest curveballs in the league, and he has used it for 30.1% of his pitches this season, so the Rockies will be seeing that pitch in almost every at-bat. So far, opponents have struggled against that pitch with a .115 batting average. When he doesn't throw his curve, he will use his sinker or changeup, and since he rarely throws anything, straight opponents have had a hard time barreling him, as his 5% barrel rate sits in the 86th percentile this season. The Astros are 9-4 when Valdez takes the mound this season, and he will face a team that is 13-40 prior to Tuesday night's game on the road. Colorado is the worst team on the road this season, as they average 3.17 runs per game, which is by far the fewest in the league, and if this game was happening in Colorado, I could be persuaded to take a shot on the Rockies, but since this game is in Houston, take the Astros by the -1.5 run line. Detroit Tigers vs Baltimore Orioles. Tigers win, money line. Baltimore has the worst team ERA in the majors, and they are last in terms of quality starts. Matt Harvey has been decent over his last few starts, but you still never really know what you are going to get from him. The bullpen behind him has been among the worst in baseball, and Detroit's offense hit the ball well in last night's series opener. The Tigers were 0-8 in Tarik Skubal's first 8 appearances this season, but they have turned things around and are 9-5 in his last 14 starts. He tossed 5.0 scoreless innings against the Red Sox in his last outing, and he continues to pile up the strikeouts. It has taken a few years, but the Tigers are no longer a pushover in the American League Central. Detroit is finally starting to see some advancement in their rebuild, and they have played solid baseball for the better part of the last 2.5 months. They have moved into 3rd place in their division, and although that is not much to write home about, it is definitely a step in the right direction for the organization. On the other side, the Orioles have maintained their spot in the cellar of the American League East for most of the season, and things do not appear to be getting better anytime soon. Baltimore entered Tuesday's contest with the worst run differential in the American League, and they have lost 5 games in a row. They have been outscored 54-19 in those 5 games, and their pitching continues to be a major problem. The Tigers should be able to find the win column here. Oakland Athletics vs Cleveland Indians. Athletics win, money line. Oakland's Frankie Montas has won his last 2 starts and has struck out 10 batters in 3 of his last 5. He is pitching as well as he has all season, and his road splits tell us there is no reason to fade him here, especially not against a light Cleveland lineup. Cal Quantrill might be finally living up to his promise with the Indians. In 5 starts since the All-Star break, he has not given up more than 1 error, and he dominated Detroit in his last start. 7 shutout innings, 10 Ks, 0 BBs. Oakland has more punch, but he has been pitching great below the radar. Quantrill makes the Indians a little intriguing, but I am not keen to back him or the team against winning teams. Oakland does not get a lot of market respect, so the premium is not too high with the A's. Oakland is really pushing Houston, but nobody is talking about them as more than a wild card participant. For all of their recent success, winning in the playoffs has eluded them, so I guess that makes sense. Oakland has won 4 in a row heading into Tuesday action, and this week is a great opportunity to get some wins on the road against struggling Cleveland and then lowly Texas. Oakland is 30-23 on the road this season. Cleveland has nothing to play for at this point, unless finishing ahead of the Tigers is a real motivation. There is no reason to rush back pitchers Shane Bieber or Aaron Civale at this point. The offense is not terrible but very sporadic. They are just one of those teams that you don't have to worry too much about. Rookie first baseman Bobby Bradley gave them a little boost of offense when they brought him up, but he is hurt now. Take Oakland. Our best bet for tonight is St. Louis Cardinals versus Pittsburgh Pirates. Cardinals win. Cardinals starter Adam Wainwright is showing that he still has the stamina for a full season. He has won his last 3 starts and pitched 7.0 innings in each. He has pitched 7.0 innings in 4 straight overall and beat Pittsburgh in his lone start against them this season. His road splits are of some concern, but less so at the Pirates. Pittsburgh starter Will Crowe gave up 3 homers in his last start against Cincinnati. The time before that he held the Phillies to just 1 hit in a win against Philadelphia. His consistency isn't there, and even when he pitches well he is not elite. He is an easy fade most times. The Pirates do play better at home, but are still a losing team at PNC Park. The location would be the only reason to even consider backing Pittsburgh, but that is not enough for me. St. Louis bagged some garbage wins this week. The Cardinals are significantly behind the Brewers in the NL Central. I do not see this as a great team, but I am still a little surprised that they have been as poor as they have been this season. It is primarily the offense that has struggled, which does not bode well for any real improvement at this point in the season. Outfielder Matt Carpenter has only just now gotten his average to .200. In the NL you especially can't afford to have holes in your lineup with a pitcher at the bottom. Pittsburgh looks like the worst team in the NL to me. The Pirates are last in the majors in homers and last in scoring. Unlike St. Louis, their struggles are not underperformance, they just don't have much in the way of talent at the major league level right now. They can get the bat on the ball but they are too easy to pitch to because it is all singles. They had scored more than 4 runs just once in the last 10 games heading into Tuesday's action. Take St. Louis. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.